Whoopi actually brings up a very good point, which is, do you think it would be justifiable for the USSR to nuke the United States of America because there was segregation implemented in the United States of America? Do you think it would be valid for the USSR, after nuclear proliferation, to nuke the entire countryside? Let's watch.
And it's slow.
But let's just remember,
when talking about Iran, the ladies got spicy with it.
but the Iranians literally throw gay people off of buildings. They don't adhere to basic human rights.
Listen, here's the
You say a correct thing about Israel, people call you an anti-Semite for hours and hours and days, okay? And they demand your deplatforming. You go on The View and you're like, Iranians are doing ISIS-style assassination attempts on homosexuals. And everyone's like, well, that's true, but... No, bitch, it ain't true. What the do you mean? It's like 7 seconds in. Are you kidding me? They say this about every Muslim country, dude. What the Every Muslim country. In Gaza, they throw the babies off the roof when they find out the baby is gay. Yeah, that's what they're doing. That's crazy. It feels like they're doing it in every Muslim country. It almost feels like you're just racist, dude. Also, what an insane statement, because your solution is what? To kill the gay people with American weapons instead?
let's not do that, because if we start with that, we have been known in this country to tie gay folks to the car.
Where the Iranian regime is today in 2025 is nothing compared to the United States.
Keep hanging black people. So
it is not even the same. I couldn't step during this.
Wait. That's not what you mean to say.
Whoopi actually brings up a very good point, which is, do you think it would be justifiable for the USSR to nuke the United States of America because there was segregation implemented in the United States of America? Do you think it would be valid for the USSR, after nuclear proliferation, to nuke the entire countryside for, hanging black people with lynch mobs?
It is the same.
No, it's not. The year 2025 in the United States is nothing like if I step foot wearing this.
I'm sorry.
Well, they wear like listen, no, I can't have my hair showing. I can't wear a skirt. I can't have my arms out.
I'm telling you,
I can't wear my skirt in Tehran. I can't eat Kubi Day. Whoopi, don't you understand? I can't wear bikini to the beach. So obviously, they all need to die. We need to kill them. I can't wear my skirt to beach and eat Kubi Day.
Early said it was up to the Iranian people.
Yes,
it is up to them.
And that's why I am saying that it is the same.
Also, what she's saying is not even completely correct. But I'm not even going to get into it because people love to latch on to this. Any sort of course correction about like the day-to-day existence in Iran, okay, is immediately met with tremendous response, because most people are operating off of this false notion as well. So they just genuinely will go, what do you mean? Are you saying it's a paradise for women? Are you saying it's the most is the most pro-women country on the planet? How dare you? How do you say that? I'm saying this as someone who has tried to, perhaps unsuccessfully, combat Islamophobia for the past 10 to 12 years at this point. Did you guys know that there's a country in the region where if a woman is, and in the aftermath of being, if she cannot sufficiently prove that she was not asking for it, okay, that she actually still goes to jail and could even be killed in the process? A Muslim country. Do you know which country this is? It's not Iran. It's Saudi Arabia. But Saudi Arabia is our ally. So God forbid. And for the record, I wouldn't be advocating to nuke Saudi Arabia for that reason either. Okay? Crazy, your fight against anti-Semitism has gone better than your fight against Islamophobia. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm making an impact on the fighting against anti-Semitism either. I feel like there's a overwhelmingly powerful force of anti-Semitism that's growing directly as a consequence of people associating Israel's disgusting affairs in the region with Judaism and Jews in the United States of America. Sometimes that conflation is being made, in a lot of instances, as a matter of fact, is being made by Jews in the media, ironically enough, which is crazy. It's like if I were running around and being like, I love ISIS. ISIS is like actually true Islam. It's in the name. How dare you criticize ISIS's actions? That's Islamophobic.
Murdering someone for their difference is not good. Whoever does, it's not good. So that's why I said you weren't saying what I heard was not what you meant.
I think it's very different to live in the United States in 2025 than it is to live in Iran.
Not if you're black.
Not for everybody.
Not if you're black.
Guys, don't go to Quran. Do not anyone at this table should go to Quran.
Let me tell you about.
Oh my God. She's still talking about the Quran. This is just pure Islamophobia. What the are you saying? Is Turkey like that? I mean, is Iran even like that to the extent that she claims it is? It's not, by the way. The answer is no. There are definitely regions where even the Islamic Republic has had to forcibly have to back away. She said, have you been to Tehran? Oh, ironically enough, many parts of Tehran are exactly what I'm talking about, where you can freely not cover your hair. You don't need to cover your hair. So she's literally wrong on that front. I thought she said, have you read the Quran? There have been times of state repression and major chaos unfolded as a direct consequence of that only a couple years prior.
About being in this country. This is the greatest country in the world. But yeah, I know that. And we all know that. But every day we are worried. Do we have to be worried about our kids? Are our kids going to get shot because they're running through somebody's neighborhood? They are not big deals, and I don't mean to say they're not big deals to you, because that's not women, what I meant.
And they are not doing well there either. They are not doing well in Iran. They are not educated.
They're not educated? What the are you saying? Women are not educated in Iran is a psychotically dumb American perspective I hate. How stupid the average American is. How is this anything but white supremacy, man? Okay, saying that, there are repressive forces in the country is valid. It's not wrong, okay? There are repressive forces in the country for sure. But to say that Iranian women are not educated is literally the most wrong thing you can say. Iranian women are more educated than American women, clearly more educated than you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It makes me so mad. It makes me so mad how stupid these Orientalist perspectives are. And it makes me extra mad because I know people that watch that in America also think this, where they just sit around, okay, barely literate, can't even speak one language, okay, let alone multiple, and they just go, hell yeah, she's right, she cooked, that's tea, that's right. Iranian women are actually stupid. Oh my God. I've been privately crying a little bit these past few days just thinking about the goal seems to just obliterate the Middle East and its cultures and history. It's not fair and it's just so racist at its core. Yeah. I'm gonna look this up. Hold on. Oh wow. Iran literacy rate for 2022 was 89%. Let's look at the American literacy rate. 79%. Is one Google. Iranian women are 60% of Iranian university students and 70% of STEM graduates. Like, this right here, get mocked, America. This right here, by the way, is just racism through and through, for the record. This is exactly the same principle that white supremacists had towards black people. The notion that, like, black people are just, lesser than white people for no real reason other than just like they thought it. Okay. They kept black people down and then they were like, all right, yeah. And they're just lesser. They're inferior. It's the same exact shit. The reason why I'm using black-white dynamics here is because Americans only understand, like, barely, but only understand anti-black racism. Like they're equipped to handle that at least. So I need to use that as a way to dovetail to a larger conversation. It's just like the assumption that Iran is a country where they're throwing gay people off the roofs, where they're just like dominating women and not letting them get educated. All this shit is so unimaginably wrong that it blows my mind that these dumb get to say shame whatsoever. And there's enough dumb fucks out there that also agree. It's crazy. How do you not recognize that this is just a byproduct of like Islamophobic sentiment that was supercharged to justify? She clarified. What is this? Yesterday on the show, I spoke about the treatment of girls and women in Iran and misspoke by conflating the theocratic rule of the Ayatollah in Iran with Taliban's control of Afghanistan. To clarify, girls and women in Afghanistan are currently banned from attending school, while in Iran, women do have access to education and make up a significant portion of university students. When referencing education, I was speaking specifically about access under authoritarian regimes, not the capabilities and achievements of Iranian women. I want to be clear, I was not implying that women in Iran are uneducated or making any pejorative generalizations. That said, that larger point still stands. Oh my God, you still have to double down. Oh my God. I would not want to be a woman living under current regimes in either Iran or Afghanistan. Despite their differences, both governments impose serious restrictions on women's rights and freedoms. You and your government want to impose serious restrictions on your rights. Match that up. Okay? Talk about your government. Okay? Talk about your government while simultaneously your government is dominating those places as well. The reason why there is any sort of fundamentalist attitude in governance in any of these countries is directly tied back to American intervention and American involvement. Oh my Lord, whether it be the Iranian Revolution or whether it be Taliban-controlled Afghanistan, twice, not once, but twice as a matter of fact. This pisses me off so much, dude. It is literally the global version of white supremacist attitudes. Okay, it is the global version. You enslave black people. You refuse to allow black people to integrate into society. You keep black people underserved, and then you act as though there is like an air of superiority about you simply on the basis of the color of your skin as opposed to their skin. It's the same shit. You dominate these regions, and then you destroy them, and then you leave them in a state of disrepair, and then you continue dominating these countries. And when people rise up and resist, the most successful factions of resistance are fundamentalist oftentimes, because those fundamentalist forms of resistance are seen as the most uncorruptible forces, okay? The least tarnished by Western influence forces. They also then turn around and actually implement repression as a byproduct, because they say like the more fundamentalist you are in your expression, the less Americanized you are, the less like liberal you are, okay? Because liberalism and all this stuff is seen as an expression of Western domination in these regions. And then these dumb fucks will turn around and be like, oh, they're so stupid. They're so stupid. They're so uneducated. They're so violent. It's vile. The barbarism of the West is so unimaginable. The barbarism of the West is so vile. Just because you're wearing a suit while doing it doesn't make you any less barbaric. It's disgusting.
United States. I'm talking about here.
Nobody wants to diminish the very real problems we have in this country. That is no one's intent. But I think it's important we remember there are places much darker than this country and people who deserve rights.
Not everybody feels that way. Not everybody feels that way. Listen, I'm sorry. You know, when you think about the fact that we got the vote.
Whatever, Trot, go globalize the Intifada, America. You are not white Chinese. You have betrayed your lineage with your anti-Kaka. China always great. America stands. You must do a walkabout in Chinese countryside to regain your status. Call me a Trot. Globalize the Intifada is a Trot attitude to have. Permanent international revolution. Globalize the Intifada. I love getting mad at this term simply on like different Marxist orientations. Seems a little too close to comfort for me. I, a Stalinist, despise. I, a Orthodox Marxist-Leninist, despise this Trot attitude of permanent international revolution. You thought you could sneak that by me. Yeah. Nationalize the Intifada. Localize it, not globalize it. Intifada in one country first. Intifada not in multiple countries. Intifada in one country.
In 1965.
Okay, they don't have free and fair elections in Iran. It's not even the same universe.
They can't go out of their house. Women,
you know what?
Women can't go out of their house in Iran. Incredible. Brilliant analysis. The literacy rate for women in Iran was below 25% before the Iranian Revolution as compared to 85% now. Kürtaj yasak olan bölgelerinizi bombalasak olur mu Hasan? But this Turk says, can we bomb the parts of America where abortion is illegal? It's true. Again, great question. You can't get a abortion in some of these places in the country now. Should we bomb them? Will we liberate the women? Will we liberate the women from their bodies by destroying them with munitions? No, right? That's stupid. I hope everyone understands how stupid that is. Yeah. America, the beacon of caring about women. A pregnant, brain-dead woman in Georgia was kept on life support. Experts say it raises ethical and legal questions. Adriana Smith was 8 weeks pregnant when she was declared brain dead. 31-year-old Georgia nurse and mother was just 8 weeks pregnant when she was declared brain dead in February after suffering a medical condition. However, the family claims the hospital told them legally she had to be kept on life support to allow the fetus to grow due to the state's strict abortion law. Her family alleges they were not allowed to have a say in whether to continue her care, according to local Atlanta station 11 Alive. Last week, Smith's baby was born by emergency cesarean section, weighing under 2 pounds and needing care in the neonatal intensive care unit. Oh, baby was born 3 months premature because the mother was literally rotting. They billed the family for all of it too? Oh my God. Incredible, incredible pro-women country. Incredible. I love this nation. So pro-women. So pro-women, unimaginably pro-women.
There's no way I can make you understand.
No, let me try something. It's like try to reverse roles with a black person in this country, let's say, because I think that's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Just try to understand from their point of view. From that point of view, this country does not do them well. Does not go for them.
I completely acknowledge that.
And we shouldn't compare atrocities.
If you're talking about Iran, of course, is doing worse things. But relatively speaking, it feels bad.
Okay, but I think you know that Iran is significantly worse.
This is just pure imperial cope, by the way. Iranian women can't post TikTok dances. What? That's a joke, right? You're saying that as a joke, right? Because one, I don't think that's a metric for women's liberty. And two, they absolutely can. What are you talking about? What the I mean, they can't right now because the internet's shut off. But I think that's what it is. Ay, ay, ay. Oh. I heard Iranian women aren't able to eat processed live foods and consume Valium. Bro, one thing I know about Persians is they can't stop dancing. Iran is footloose. No, I mean, okay. I'm not discounting the forms of repression that especially heated up in Iran a couple years prior. Okay? They did. Since then, after a tremendous amount of struggle, imprisonments, and even deaths in the process, the Iranian government had to loosen a lot of these restrictions in at least certain parts of Tehran as a direct consequence of the bravery of the Iranian women and men that fought against this. Having said that, none of this justifies bombing Iran. And yes, currently as it stands, Iranian women are allowed to dance.